Hello, team. Today we are giving you the formula for wealth so you can live your best life. All from North Carolina. We are traveling.
That's right. And we are actually in the billiard room of the clubhouse. So we got a little bit of an echo, but hopefully you can hear us really well. We're excited to bring you this today. As you know, we're talking about the formula for wealth, the secret sauce, if you will, so that you can achieve wealth and a holistic approach to living your best life. Okay? So we're going to dig into that right away. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Now, if you recall, last week we were talking about our fitness or about our formula for wealth, okay? It's assets times freedom times fitness to the power of G. And last week we went over the first element of it, which was assets. And if you haven't watched that video yet, run back and see that first. But assets are mindset times skill set times tool set. If you take those three things, multiply them together, you can get assets. And those assets could produce a recurring revenue income for you so that you can have the option of working in your job or not. It gives you freedom, right? And freedom is the second part of our formula. And that's what we're going to do today is we're going to continue in this formula. So we got wealth equals assets times freedom times fitness to the power of G. Now, what kind of freedom? What are we talking about? Here we go. Freedom equals, what do we got? Time times money times relationship times purpose. So let's unpack this a little bit, okay? One of the great, awesome things about saving money, about accumulating some cash and some wealth, is that you begin the ability to buy your time back, right? If you make $1,000 a week and you've got $20,000 saved up, that's like 20 weeks of your life that you've got banked. So you don't have to worry about taking some time off without pay. You're buying your time back. You have control.
Right.
That is the most beautiful thing. And, Tara and I experienced that a few years ago. We went through some difficulty in our relationship, and we were able to take the time to just focus on ourselves and each other and go through a healing process that we desperately needed. And without that time, I don't think that would have ever happened.
Oh, yeah. And taking it on purpose.
Right?
Every
day we were so intentional about spending quality time together. But it was quality times quantity, like it was both.
Yes.
And it was only because we had the time, the ability to do that, right? So good. So freedom is the ability to start buying your time back. So you're in control. You're not punching a clock and having to show up just to exist, right? That's like wage slavery. I hate that. Wage slavery. And if you're experiencing that, you know what I'm talking about. And you can change your life. You don't have to keep doing that for the rest of your life. There is a way out. You can do it. We're here to help you, right?
Very good.
Okay, so the second part of freedom is the freedom of money. And when you have freedom of money, really you don't have to punch a clock anymore. When you have the freedom of money, you can buy the things that you want to, when you want to, and you don't have to worry about it because you're going to have more money coming in, right? It's that automatic, that cash flow, that recurring revenue that is, and some people call it passive income, but I hate that term. I hate that term. I hate passive income because it sounds lazy. And frankly, I don't think there's anything passive about income. Now, sure, we want to be in a recurring income, a recurring revenue situation, but you still have to steward that. You still have to manage that and put a little bit of time into it, but it's a complete different animal than punching a clock and doing the 9 to 5, right? So the other element of freedom, you want freedom of time, you want freedom of money, but you want freedom of relationships. I love being able to spend time with you.
Yes.
Right? How awesome would it be for you? Could you imagine waking up and being able to spend the whole morning with your spouse that you claim to love, right? I'm sure you do. But could you imagine being able to spend the whole morning together, enjoying coffee, talking about what's going on, exercising together, reading a book together, right?
Quoting scripture, singing.
Dreaming together,
Breakfast.
planning your
Right.
life together. I mean, freedom of relationship is amazing. Spending the time with the people that you want to spend it with,
Right.
and not having to spend your time with people that suck the life out of you. Right? And you know what I'm talking about. That one person at work who is like the Debbie Downer or the Donnie Downer or whatever. And that, right? If you have freedom of relationships, then you spend your precious, limited, non-renewable time with the people that matter. I love that.
Okay.
And then the other issue, right, of freedom is with purpose. With freedom of purpose, you have the ability to live your life and to pursue the thing that brings you the most joy and the most fulfillment. And follow your purpose, follow your vision and your mission, and follow the dream in your heart to go out and make an impact and make a difference in the world. You got to be wealthy to be able to do that. Or being able to do that is living a wealthy life,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just so amazing. So, all right, so let's summarize, right? We did assets, and now we just covered freedom. The 4 freedoms that you want to focus on: time, money, relationships,
purpose.
and purpose. Those are the 4 freedoms that you want to focus on to live a wealthy, complete, holistic life, right? Now, the next one is fitness. And we've been talking about this for about a year and a half,
Yeah.
pretty intensely, right?
Right.
So you want to be physically fit, mentally,
spiritually,
spiritually,
financially.
and financially. And you know, they say this, right? If you don't have your health, you got nothing. Doesn't matter how much money's in the bank,
Right.
right? If you don't have health to enjoy it, it's all for naught. Like, it just does not matter, okay? So part of your wealthy life, your wealthy existence, is having health. And you want to have health in all 4 of those areas: physically fit, mentally fit, spiritually fit, and financially fit.
That's right.
And what is so interesting is that they all work together, right? None of them is a silo or operates independently. They all work together. And we experienced this as well a few years ago. About a year and a half ago, I was a couch potato. I hadn't been working out in months. That's very gracious of you. Years, okay? I was a couch potato. And I had been saying to Tara for months, I've got to get back to working out, and I know this is going to help me, blah, blah, blah. But I was not in a healthy place mentally, right? And I just was stuck, and maybe you can relate. I was just stuck. And there was an impetus, there was something, and it's like, I need to do this now. I need to be part of a group that is committed to being more physically fit. And you were running every day.
Right.
She runs marathons, okay? And she's an absolute beast, and she's out running every day. And so finally, I made the decision.
Yeah.
And I committed. It's like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So we started working out together in the morning. Every day. She would run and I would walk. And that was awesome. But I'm telling you, the physical fitness, the commitment to some physical fitness improved my mental fitness. And that improved my spiritual fitness, okay? They all work together. So here's the formula, all right? For fitness, it's physical fitness times mental fitness times spiritually fit times financially fit, okay? Those are the 4 elements of the fitness element. And it's vitally important. Like we said earlier, if you don't have your health, you got nothing, right? So commit to being fit. And your emotional fitness, that's part of the mental fitness for me. That all goes together, right? So we're not leaving anything undone. But it's physically fit, mentally fit, spiritually fit, and financially fit, right? Now, I love this. So what is the first rule of fitness?
Don't quit.
There you go.
Mhm.
The first rule of fitness is never quit exercising. I don't care what discipline, right, whether we're talking physical, mental, spiritual, financial, you can't quit.
Right.
This is an infinite game we are playing. Wealth is an infinite game, which means you keep playing. And the goal is you play the game to keep playing, and it goes on after you. So you can't quit exercising. As soon as you quit exercising, you start falling behind.
Start all over again.
Right?
Yeah.
You fall behind. You lose the gains that you made. You actually retreat.
Right. That is true. I like the fall behind. Yeah. Every bit.
That's no good. That's no way to live. So we want to encourage you. Don't quit exercising, right? What is that term that we were talking about?
Deliberate practice. Very true.
Yes.
Mhm.
Deliberate practice. That's the term that we're talking about.
Deliberate practice.
Yeah.
So start a habit. If you have a bad one, begin a new one. And so start a good one. That's good. It's good to begin a new habit. That's great. That is important. But it is not the most important. What's even better
Deliberate practice.
of that habit?
Well, the habit is kind of the doorway. We want to use the habit to
Yes.
get us into
Yes.
the deliberate practice,
Yes.
right? And you run every day.
Yeah.
That's your habit, really, right?
It is.
But you're not improving
Right.
in your running every day because it's not a deliberate practice to
to run another
run
race.
faster or
right.
to-
So actually, when I am wanting to do, 5K or pick a whatever,
Mm-hmm.
just something other than going out for a run, is more motivating.
yeah.
Right.
When you have a goal
The goal.
and you're stretching and pushing yourself to get better, right?
Yep. Which I am, I'm getting older, so it's always an extra stretch. It's always a little more of a push.
Mm-hmm.
But that's good.
That is good. You got to have deliberate practice so that you're getting better. We don't want to just be in a habit of doing something because that doesn't make you better at it. It just means you keep doing it,
Yes.
right? I love this analogy.
Because you're
It's
doing
like-
a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done.
That's right. So, you talk to the tow motor operator in the warehouse, and he's like, yeah, I got 30 years of experience on this tow motor. Yeah, you probably got about 6 weeks
Oh.
experience, but you've been doing the same thing for 30 years. Like you're not been getting better every year.
Yes.
That comes through deliberate practice, okay? But fitness, okay, the formula. We want to focus on physical fitness, mental fitness, spiritual fitness, and financial fitness. And the first rule of fitness, never stop exercising. All right. Now, the last element, if you recall, in our formula is to the power of G. The power of G. For us, that's God. For you, that might be your higher power, whatever that is, but you're not the highest power, okay, walking around. So there is something beyond you, right? And for us, that is God, the creator of the universe. And he can step in and do whatever he wants and make a difference
That's right.
when he wants. But it's to the power of God. And I love this verse out of Deuteronomy 8:18, okay? Because we're talking about the power of God and we're talking about wealth. And the verse says this, but remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the ability to produce wealth. I'm going to repeat that. Did you hear that? But remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the ability to produce wealth, and so confirms his covenant, which he swore to your ancestors as it is today. Amen. Right? Guys, this wealth journey, okay, we've got to decide and recognize that wealth is infinite and it's spiritual. Money is finite and it's physical. And you can play the money game. Money games operate, and those are fine. Those can be like short-term goals, but the money game operates inside of the wealth game that is infinite. And we need to understand and appreciate it because everybody is running around talking about the money game, but they're thinking with finite mindset, and they don't have the right perspective. And I want to challenge you to adjust your thinking to upgrade your programming, to improve your mindset, and view this journey, this wealth journey, as an infinite game, and to put it in perspective of your life, but the generations coming after you.
That's good.
Right? It's about serving. It's about making a difference and impacting the world around us. All right. That's all for today, guys. We would love to see you like and share and comment and let us know what you think about this topic. And if you've got some specific questions, we're happy to field them. But we sure do appreciate you watching this video, and we will see you next week on the next one. Bye for now.